Right now, for the price of a Yankee Candle, you can buy the official website of a $200 million movie. Not some fan page, the actual domain that was printed on the poster, advertised in the trailer, and cost a movie studio a small fortune to build a marketing campaign around. But then the film came out, the campaign ended, and somewhere along the way, somebody forgot to renew it. Which means we can all buy it. You just have to know which ones are available. So I've done the research. I found 14,297 official movie domains that anyone, including you, can buy right now. And I know what you're thinking. I thought it too. What an amazing present for my mum's 90th birthday. My mum loves supporting my little interest in movies, so I'm going to be gifting her one of these beautiful dead domains instead of something she'd have no interest in, like a Yankee Candle. But which one do I pick? To figure that out, we're going to have to make a tiered list of the coolest domains available, and I'm going to share the complete list with all of you so you too can show your mothers how much you love them. And definitely not for nefarious reasons or cyber squatting. Hi, I'm Stephen Follows. I'm the film data scientist, and I come up with new movie records for Guinness World Records. But today, we're entering the graveyard of dead movie domains. Let's start with an easy win. HotTubTimeMachine2.com. A sequel no one wanted, and a domain that nobody wanted to hold on to. I mean, it's good, but B tier. I think Mum would appreciate the brand recognition, but it's hardly Hot Tub Time Machine 1, which is still registered and forwards to Tumblr, which is advertising Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Look, number 2 is hotter and wetter. Okay, there's clearly juice in this banana. That's pushing the domain up to A tier. Next, we've got purge-movie.com, which literally covers all of the films in that series. You could go and buy it and make your own Purge movie right now. Just remember, if you do face any lawsuits, you'll only have 24 hours to slay all the lawyers involved. I can't believe this is available. Easily S tier. Mum will love it. Then there's The Hours, which in its own way is a lot like Hot Tub Time Machine. I'm pretty sure she saw it on a plane. B tier. Oh wow. The Great Gatsby movie. Slam dunk. Ladies go absolutely crazy for Tobey Maguire. And my mum is a lady. Oh, but it's just the .co.uk, which is great, I guess. But it's hardly greatgatsby.com, is it? Right, we're putting a ceiling on that. B tier. Keeping it local, we could snag blackdynamite.co.uk.
I'm declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in our community.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
I don't think my mum really knows who Michael J. White is. But is this the best way to introduce them? B tier. Along with Bo Burnham's 8th grade, Gaspanor's Climax, and of course, 8leggedfreaks.co.uk. Wow, that is a pretty compelling pick. That domain went live in 2002 when the film came out, and they kept the domain alive for 12 years before finally letting it lapse in late 2014. Historically speaking, that's a pretty good innings for a movie domain. In the mid-90s, studios worked out that this whole internet thing wasn't going away, so websites became an integral part of a release strategy.
What's a web page? Something ducks walk on? Ha ha, very funny.
One of the very first was Toy Story in 1995, followed by my personal favourite, Space Jam in 1996. Both of these sites are still live, and one is clearly much better than the other. Wow, we really had it all, didn't we? Now, technically the original Space Jam movie got pushed aside when the sequel that I have absolutely no memory about was released, but thankfully, this beautiful little time capsule is still hiding on the main domain. Anyway, after Space Jam changed cinema forever, everyone else piled in, and for about 15 years, pretty much every movie of any size got its own website. And the websites got pretty ballsy. When The Matrix came out, the website didn't tell you anything about the film. It just asked you, what is thematrix.com? And apparently the answer to that question is thematrixresurrections.net. And that site is down. So what is thematrix.com? This.
Whoa.
And as with all things, The Matrix has predicted the future, because slowly, these sites have been disappearing. Facebook came on the scene, and most trailers moved to YouTube. So to find out just how many have been forgotten, I built a database of official websites associated with 99,000 movies. And just over a quarter of every movie domain ever registered has expired and is available to buy today. Naturally, the first thing I did was work out what it would cost me to buy every single one. Using the unique price for every top-level domain, I reckon it would cost me around $160,000 to buy the lot, which would be a pretty funny way to go bankrupt, but would also prove my mum right that I should have done a proper thing at university. So let's not do that. Some of these domains are cheap, and some of them are absolutely not. 12,000 of them are ordinary .coms, and they make up most of the cost. You can buy them for about $10 a month. but then there's a tiny group of 116 websites that cost as much to keep every year as the 1,500 foreign ones put together. .movie domains start out a little pricey and quickly get mega pricey. The idea is that they're meant to be transitory. You use them for a film for a few years and then you let go of them for another film to use. So although Hereditary.movie is available right now, it's a trap I'm going to avoid. What if my mum falls in love with it and she gets stuck with the bill next year? It would be cool though. That film rules. As does Upgrade. No, F tier for both, I'm afraid. If a major studio can't keep up the costs of a .movie, my mum probably shouldn't take the responsibility either. Which begs the question, why do they let something cheap like a .com lapse at all? Let's work through the numbers of a real studio, Warner Brothers. I discovered that there are currently 14,423 domains that point to the Warner Brothers servers. Once we remove TV shows, general IP and other weirdness, we're left with about 3,096 which are for movies. And some movies they haven't released yet, and some they never will. They finished a Coyote vs. Acme movie, but then shelved it for the tax write-off, and then sold it. They're still paying the rent on WilyCoyote.com and AcmeInstant.com. They're also still paying for Catwoman.com, 20 years after everyone agreed to forget about that Catwoman film. Even the mighty Warner Brothers can't buy everything. So if you want to buy Constantine2.com, you're out of luck, but Constantine2.com is available, as is Constantine2.com too. And it's kind of strange because they do buy typos for other movies, such as Interstellar, Green Lantern, Joker a movie, Project XX movie, Aquamanafilm.com, GuardiansMovie.com, WonderWomanAFilm.com, KongAFilm.com, Shazamamovie.com. Sorry. When Sony Pictures was hacked, one of the things that was released was the invoices for how much they pay for domains. If we use those prices, we can discover that Warner Brothers are currently spending around $427,000 on domain renewals every single year. I mean, if they're smart, they're going to get some intern to do it one at a time and pay retail, so that's $209,000 plus lunch. So it's starting to make sense why movie domains have been left to expire. They add up quickly. And I only need one for my mum. So let's go back to our dead movie domain database and start narrowing down the best ones. First, the local ones. Big films register separate websites in every country. So the Brits get one, the Brazilians get one, the Spanish get one, and it's these foreign versions that get abandoned first. Without question, the most exciting country on this list is France, because it's there we can get Mission Impossible Fallout, which has to be S tier. French S tier. So C tier, really. But still, exciting. We can keep the cruise train rolling with La Momie, which honestly works really well as a GIF for Mamma Mia. Actually S tier. Now somebody at Disney, Marvel or Sony has dropped the ball, because we can grab The Amazing Spider-Man right now, which was the second least amazing Spider-Man film ever, ahead of the least amazing Spider-Man ever made, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is also available. So C and D tier respectively. And it only gets more exciting from here. Peter Jackson has just announced he's actively working on that Tintin sequel, finally, which is supposed to be Secret of the Unicorn, which you could buy right now. Imagine taking a call from Peter Jackson where he personally asks you for this domain, and you have to respond in a French accent. Incredible, incredible, incredible. But the most incredible of them all, more so than even Chappie Le Film, is A Quiet Place. Sans ombre, literally without a sound, which is poetic and wonderful. Another French S tier, which again, as I said, is C tier. Because we really do have to favour the .coms. And it's not like we're short of any. There are so many to pick from. We've got Take Shelter, a great film, A tier. Knock Knock, which is a film, F tier. It's kind of a funny story, which I've never bothered watching, but looks nice, so maybe later tier. Oh wow.
Do you know what it's like to live forever?
Mum, I love you, and I found the perfect gift. You are now the proud owner of TheLastWitchHunter.com. Vin Diesel is apparently working hard on this sequel right now, and he says it will feature Michael Caine's last on-screen performance. It's a film entirely about a character he designed for himself during a D&D raid. He really should be the one to own it. But now my mum does. But if Vin needs her, I've set up a contact box for him to reach out and ask her for his site back. Maybe she can play one of the witches he'll need to hunt. And you know what's crazy? There are 14,296 expired movie domains that are still available to buy right now. I'm going to stick the list up at filmdatascience.com/domains. Although fair warning, once this video goes up, some of you are going to start buying them and not all of them will be available. In fact, they're all scrolling past you now. Every one of these is real, every one of these is available, and every one is someone's favorite movie. Have a browse. Maybe you'll find one you love enough to buy. And if you do, come back and tell me which one you bought. Happy hunting! Like and subscribe for more film data nonsense. Thanks for watching. Bye!